All right.
Cut this
I'll
shit.
run the show today because I don't think you're up to it. You know
I
that?
am up to
I
it.
think you're having some kind of fucking meltdown.
I'm not having a meltdown.
You're
I'm in
a crazy person. I had a talk with you today where I said you have to pull back on the crazy. Pull back on it. And it was a serious conversation.
But wait, anyhow, before we get into that, call us at 866-969.
If you've also got a crazy spouse, give us a call.
And real quick, September 16th and 17th, I'll be at Wisecrackers in Allentown. But most of all, September 22, 23, 24, Mohegan Sun, comics at Mohegan Sun. I'm not going crazy. I do things to keep the fucking wheel turning in our house.
He ordered 4 pepper sprays.
Yes.
4 pepper sprays.
Please.
There's 3 people in our family.
Was it buy 3, get 1, though?
No, they were a good deal for 4, yes.
I knew it.
Oh, my God.
I knew it.
She's nailed you.
Okay.
Karen, whatever her last name is back.
Thank you.
Yes.
Feehan.
Thank you.
Gary, one of our favorites.
That's
when our other third
when
mic
you hear
isn't here,
a
she's our other
stupid
third mic.
lady voice. That's not me.
Thank you for having me back here. Having a great time.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for getting your hair done at Dairy Queen. It looks good. It looks good.
Oh my God!
It does.
The first 2 times we go easy. The third time, Karen, we're coming for you.
Okay, here's the deal. I bought pepper spray. 1, to keep in my car. 2, let's introduce our guests and then we'll go over it.
No.
Wait, hold on. And then, hold on.
I'll tell the story.
And then, no, let me tell the story because you don't have the whole
just
story.
do the whole fucking show by
No,
yourself.
you tell the story. Go ahead. You go from your point of view, then my point of view.
No, I just think if I pepper sprayed the entire house and we had to leave choking and coughing and not being able to get our breath, that if I was the person who caused that, I would be like, maybe I should just shut up a little bit.
No, here's
maybe
what
I should
happened.
be contrite right now.
Oh, don't try to use your fucking big words.
Here we go.
Contrite. You're just a show off.
Look it up, people. If you're Bible people, you already know it.
I bought pepper spray, 1 for Bonnie to put in her pocketbook, just to be. It couldn't hurt. It could only help. 2, 1 to keep in my bedroom. I don't have guns. I don't buy guns. So
thank God, because I think we all know what happens later.
Okay, and then I was going to have 1, and I bought holsters to.
I saw him putting a holster on his belt today. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "It's for the pepper spray." That's good.
I feel like if you pull out pepper spray, you deserve to get shot. Like, I feel like you really.
Like, what are you going to do? You watch it and then unsnap, grab it.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I shot it into the garbage can today just to see if it was on.
A test.
Inside the house.
Yeah.
Into the garbage can.
He told me, he said to me, be very careful with it. This cop told me it's very, very sensitive, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then
I thought if it hits your body.
Randomly in our home. You waited until Raina got home, which I think was nice.
No, it was downstairs.
She could also experience what it's like to inhale pepper spray.
Show her the great story for the first week of school. You know, I got pepper spray.
I'm in the shower. I start coughing. I can't stop coughing. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Then I hear Raina coughing. I'm like, one day at school and she's already brought home a fucking cold to everybody.
She's got Zika.
Yeah. And I'm coughing. I go into, he's, ironing. Of course, if anyone knows who Rich Voss is, that's how you've already seen him. He's ironing and I go, I can't stop coughing. It's like terrible. He's coughing a little bit. And then casually, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, he comes into the bedroom and he goes, do you think it's because I sprayed pepper spray? Do you think that might be it? I think it is. My face is red. I can't stop coughing. I have to open up all the windows and doors. He's like, oh, I just sprayed a little pepper spray in the garbage.
I did in the garbage. I didn't know that it gets in the air. I didn't know. But I did learn a lesson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone did.
We all learned
I was going to
it.
bring it on stage in case I get attacked, you know.
I still have a sore
But
throat.
you can't spray because then the whole room and people will sue me.
Yeah.
So I have to wait till I get in the parking lot and hopefully I get attacked out there.
And so then this conversation followed where I said, I know you've talked about pepper spray and about hoarding things for the end of times. And
No, I made 4 survival backpacks.
okay, so you've got, we don't know what's
Which
going
is
on.
just full of pepper spray.
No, they got
It's the
axes and
entire-
machetes.
Yeah.
He
Fishing
invested
equipment.
all our money into
no,
Canadian
no agricultural
funds.
supplies, just war. You're just going to be a warlike people.
Oh, go ahead. I got seeds. Go ahead.
So then you took a lot of our money and you invested it in Canadian funds.
That was years ago
And,
when I thought we were going to move to Canada.
Yeah, so he's preparing for I don't know what, okay? And I said to him, after the pepper spray incident, I said, I don't know if it's for the radio or the podcast. You think this is good podcasting, they want to
No.
follow the life of a crazy man. And I kind of went along with it. But now I think you are out of your motherfucking mind. And I don't know what to do, but I honestly don't know what to do about it. Like,
I'm not out of my mind.
do we need to get
I'm
because
creative.
after
I'm
that,
creative.
then after we all had to leave the house, I just got into the shower, so I had to just like, ow,
Go on. So you're wet and blind.
I'm running around in a tiny t-shirt. No, so we all go outside, we recoup. I don't know how much longer.
Do
he
you
goes.
tell the neighbors why you're all outside?
No, and they're walking
That's
their dogs.
That would be mortifying.
And I'm going
well,
like this.
Rich went crazy with the pepper spray.
No, I only hit a little
You know.
blast in the garbage.
It's through the whole
Poor
house.
kids can't go over Raina's house because her dad keeps spraying things.
Isn't that
Yeah.
the guy who does the pepper spray thing? No,
That guy, there's something off about him.
So we're standing on the balcony. We can see our
Survivalist.
neighbors walking the dog, and I'm like, "You better tone down on the fucking crazy. You better fucking pull back on the crazy." And he's like, "What? What did I do?" And this is the other problem. He doesn't see his own behavior. He doesn't think anything of it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm so mad. I just get in the car coming here, and
In defense of him,
Oh, this is today.
is a slip up. This
no,
is
it's not a slip. But
I
you
don't
don't
think
see
this
the
is not
thing that goes-
indicative.
It wasn't,
Of
thank you.
Right. It seems like a slip up. I mean, he's buying the pepper spray for him to protect himself on
And
stage, primarily, and you, and he's doing it for the family. And he said, "Hey,
Why did you spray in the garbage
This is
can?
Tim
I didn't
Dillon,
know-
by the way.
I didn't know
we
if
should
it was-
introduce if they're gonna.
I wanted to see how to lock it and spray it. And
No one's ever agreed with Rich on this show before. Okay.
Yes, he's got
Tim
common
Dillon.
sense.
I have common sense."
Okay, so I wanted to see how I put it on lock mode, and then I just hit it into the garbage. Just a little. I didn't know it gets in the air. I thought it had to hit you for it to work.
You didn't
Well-
think to spray it outside?
Yeah, thank you, because that's what a rational person would do if they wanted to check it.
That's Mara. Mara, how do you spell your last name?
Merrick.
Merrick.
Oh, really?
What?
Couldn't do it?
It could've been-
Marek.
It's like both her first and last name sound like the same name. It's like just the same thing.
Marek.
There you go.
Mara. What is the last letter?
Mara,
Am
Merrick
I
on
saying the
wall.
first part of it correctly? Mara? It's the same as your first name, Mara, but then how does it end? Kuh.
I love that. I'm like Karen's name is
got
huge, and then Mara's name, and then my name.
Yeah, I like that too.
It's like a great.
That's opposite weights. It's going.
Yeah,
on.
it's great. I
So then I
appreciate
said
that.
to her in the car, I go, why don't we just take a night out, take 5,000 and go to the casino, take 5,000.
After he sprays pepper spray in the house, he goes, let's just take some money and go to the casino and really just try to win.
I feel like
Just
gambling.
really, we're going to do
I
it
gotta
this
be honest.
time.
survived
That
the pepper
sounds
spray
like a
with
lot
Raina?
of fun. It sounds like a lot of fun. Like that's a type of spontaneous guy that you wanted at one point.
Yes.
and
No,
now
no,
you
no.
got him.
No,
now
listen,
you got him.
Listen to me, Tim, because you're not married and you will never be with that attitude.
That's true.
Wait till we talk about marriage. That skirt's been married 3 times.
Okay, well then
Maybe
she
you're
sees
too-
how
maybe
much I
you're too
hate you.
sensitive.
Clearly. She gets it.
I don't think pepper spray would bother me. I'd be fine.
I would love to take.
I would eat pepper spray. I would have no problem with that. Maybe it's your sensitive. Maybe you have a weak constitution,
There's not a lot
McFarlane.
that I'm going to just go on a limb here. There's
Yeah.
not a lot you don't eat. So
She called me a parade float last week on national television.
Really?
Yes, she did.
I didn't want to do it, but I didn't have
no, it's
anything else
hilarious.
on my
Listen,
car.
it was the funnest part of the night.
I'm sorry. I love you, Tim Dillon.
How do you get? Are you up for a parade?
My manager's calling around. He's going to try to get me on, like, Like
Hey, listen.
Juve, the one that just happened, like the West Indian parade, people are just I'll just be riddled with bullets.
Hey,
my
listen,
God.
I'm not going to go
So
for
dark.
Macy's yet. We're going to see how you do in a couple other parades.
Yeah.
And then if we can
Yeah.
work your way up to Macy's.
Start at NAMBLA and then work your way up to
The NAMBLA
Macy's.
parade is fantastic. I take my daughter every year. I would go spend $5,000, but the thing is, you don't understand. He's doing it because he's
I'm bored.
bored.
No, you're not. You're like getting attention from spraying pepper spray. in
What
the house.
casino
No.
were you going to go
So
to?
you're like,
I'll go to the one in the Sands right in Bethlehem. It's not that far. It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
down
yeah.
78.
You get some good entertainment there?
you know what would happen? This would be like in a movie. Let's take our $5,000 and go there. Like
Lose
within
everything?
20 minutes, we'd be out on the curb.
Are you kidding me? When I was in Omaha, I told you I went to the casino.
And what'd you walk away with?
300 profit 3 times. But here's what happened.
How long were you playing for?
Here's what happened.
300 profit.
I went the first night,
Yeah.
and
In the black.
I only brought $300 and one credit card. I left all my other money in credit cards home because I know. And then I broke even. Then the next
But
night,
who takes their money
Oh, no,
with
I
them
only went 2
anyway?
nights,
There's
yeah.
like
Nights.
machines and
What's that?
I don't know. It's
A
like,
survivalist
like
takes
who-
their money
yeah,
with
it's not
them.
like you're gonna go with all your money in a
yeah.
suitcase anyway.
Someone
That's
who
like-
anticipates the end of the world while they're at the casino
No,
takes their
These
money.
pepper sprays, everybody takes all the chips off the table.
No, listen, you're just supposed to laugh. You're a laugher. I had 1,000 in cash when I was there from gigs, right? And I only brought 200 or 300 cash, and I bought one credit card. So the most I could take out is 300. So the most I could have lost is 600. So the first night I went, I broke even. I was up like $40. Then Sunday night, the show was at 7:30. I was done by 9 or 9:30, and I went back, and someone had a great roll, and I got up $300, and I go, I'm going to walk right now a winner. So I left $300 up. Okay, and even that night I didn't bring all my money because I know if I get crazy I can lose a lot of money.
Okay, we got Steve from DC. Go ahead.
Wait, go.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, Bonnie, I want to tell you that I think not only are you talented and brilliant, but you're also very, very beautiful.
Oh,
And
thank
Rich,
you.
You're an idiot. You're saying you're bored. You got a woman like that next to you, you're bored.
Thank you.
That's not what I want to talk to you about.
Are you
You don't know
married?
how many times I asked him to play chess? He won't do it.
Are you, sir? Are you married?
No.
You're not
No,
married.
I'm waiting for Bonnie to dump you.
Okay, because I'm sure she's going to run to whatever horrible little city you are and wait for
It's
you.
not that.
Hey, Rich,
Listen to
Rich,
what. Look at what my
let's talk
standards
about the
are.
opening song.
What's that?
Rich, let's talk about the opening song.
Yeah, what about it?
You said it was sung by the Rolling Stones?
That was a joke, you
didn't tell
idiot.
us the Beatles.
I know it was the Beatles. I'm the one who picked it, you moron. This is our listeners. It was a joke. I go, the best band in the world, the Rolling Stones. Listen, see, this is why I hate
Hey, Rich.
you.
Hey, Rich.
What? Go ahead.
You said the other day your show started at 7:30. You were done by 7:35.
Are you stupid?
I don't get it.
Is this one of the executives at Sirius? I feel like this is literally one of the. Let's talk about the opening song. Let's talk about. We got problems.
Where are you from?
After 5 minutes, you bombed. I'm from D.C. When you
okay.
coming?
I don't know. I'm trying to reschedule Arlington.
No. I was talking to Bonnie.
Well, she's coming tonight when I bang her from behind, okay? Because I'm going to pepper spray her so she can't see, and then boom, right behind.
Hey, Rich.
What's
Rich,
up?
you want a thrill? Take some of that pepper spray and put it on your penis.
Why? It'll kill. Does
Have
it
you
kill,
done that,
Does
Steve?
it kill the warts?
Steve, we gotta go.
Hey, Rich, the
What?
key word on pepper spray, it's sprays. That means it's dispersed in the air.
Hey, the key word on this call is goodbye. That's the key word on this call. Thanks.
DM me, Steve.
That was like his one phone call
Who else do we got?
from like the group home that he lives in.
Wow, this is that was one of our better calls.
Yeah.
Where's the trucker lady? I need her. Call in trucker lady.
Go ahead, you're on the air.
Who are you talking to?
Didn't you press this person?
No, I didn't do it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
Go. You want to do it? You take it.
All right. Sorry. Can you please? And then can we introduce our guest?
Falling apart.
What's his name? Dutch?
What the fuck do I know?
Oh, boy.
What's up?
I didn't know that could be a real name. Dutch?
Yeah, Dutch Schultz.
That's a real name?
He's a major gangster up in Harlem.
Oh, shit.
Dutch Schultz.
Go ahead, Dutch.
Yeah.
Jew.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, Dutch.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? I told your kind screener this call could have been offline, but he got all excited for Rich to talk about not being bored and golfing. And I can't believe I'm going to pander to you, but should you be available on the 19th, I believe we got a spot for you at a celebrity golf outing up in Connecticut.
Oh, this is exciting stuff. I don't know why there's not music.
Wait,
I know, Bonnie, I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, but I figured you'd like the time off on your own anyway.
wait, when you say...
No, because you know what we're going to get? We're going to get to hear Rich's calendar talk. Let's do it.
Wait, September 19th. Now, what do you mean by... who's the biggest celebrity you have there? Are they all athletes?
It's majority is athletes.
Yeah.
In terms of the actor side, I think was Big Pussy from The Sopranos. It's mostly athletes.
Here's what I do with tournaments, because I'm doing one next week.
That's the only name you're going to get is the Big Pussy. He doesn't even know the guy's real name.
It's John Starks of the New York Knicks. It's his charity tournament.
Okay,
so.
here's what I do with tournaments, because
I'm going to ruin this for you right now.
No, don't hang up on him. I want to explain to him why I have it. I know it's a Monday, but why I have a tough time playing in tournament. One, they're 6 hours. They take 6 hours because they're usually a scramble.
For you, Rich, we're going to do it 4.
No. But what I would do is if you
honestly, they let the caddies go pretty quickly, so you should be fine.
If you bring me up to do a show,
I like this guy's voice.
If you bring me up to do a show where I make money, then I do tournaments. I do a show at the after the tournament after
you go
dinner.
to Mohegan or Foxwoods or something.
No, I do it at the place where you guys have the dinner. I'll do a show after the dinner for a certain amount. That's what
I see what you
I hope we get right into negotiations here.
Throw out some numbers
I
right
love
now,
it.
Dutch.
Because I'm learning the business right now.
Yes.
Like, that's what I like about it.
Honestly, I've listened to Rich, book himself at gigs. It is fascinating and it is very helpful. He should give a seminar on it.
I think I should open during the buffet part of the dinner.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think you should actually be paying tuition to get this kind of wisdom. I got to be honest.
I know my business. It's not worth it for me to go up to Connecticut just to play golf, unless I'm making.
Then you can run up to the casino afterward.
No, are you playing? Oh, you're playing.
Oh boy, he knows a little too much about you.
Are you playing that course? Are you playing the
Get
what do you
your
call
Canadian money
Foxwood
exchanged.
courses? Are you playing the Foxwood courses?
No, we're playing Tamarack down in Greenwich, and then we'll go up to Foxwoods afterwards.
Greenwich is almost an hour and a half from Foxwoods.
Can you believe only 20 minutes has passed?
That's why we have drivers.
Feels like so much more.
If you want me to do a show, email me, and I'll come to your tournament. But thank you for the invite.
I swear to God, I thought it was almost time to take a break.
You, Rich. I know you get concerned about not being invited and out and about enough, so I'm looking out for you.
All right, we'll see you on the 19th, Dutch. Thanks.
Thanks. Okay.
She's still going to do it.
So we have Mara Marek here, who I met.
Mara Marek. Am I saying that correctly?
I met Mara the other night. We were at.
First of all, can I just say, I didn't know what to expect because he goes, I met a broad. I'm bringing a female in. Who do you got? I'm bringing a female in that night.
Well,
he always says female, which I find it's a little.
Just going to lead with my vagina. Let's walk in with it.
No, okay. I have a young lady.
But the kind of female that Rich likes is a female that likes Rich, and so when he says
I don't
that,
like him.
I don't mean sexually. I'm not a monster, but
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And,
I
but
didn't say that when you got out of the shower tonight. Oh, you look good.
I was coughing. Okay, not my best luck.
So your abs probably look good.
I fart when I cough.
She was coughing, and the powder she put down there was blowing out of her pussy. And every cough,
It wasn't the pepper spray?
It was a little pussy ring of powder.
The dog was practically
and then
white.
Three Indians showed up at our house and said, "Did you call?"
Nice finish.
All right. They're not all killers. All right, I'm amongst fucking...
I mean, this is the thing. He's brilliant, obviously, but he's crazy. You know, which should I get behind? Should I make you normal so I can live with you and then you're not funny anymore? Or let you be funny and...
I'm not crazy. Who's crazy? Because I want to go to a casino. Let's get back to Mara.
Yeah, that's like the worst. That's like a cool thing you wanted to do.
Yeah, take on.
You just sound. You know how many women have real problems with that? Like, this guy's the worst. You know, he's always trying to take me out to casinos and
No, you
parties
don't
and spontaneously just trying to take me to grab $5,000 and have fun.
He's not. First of all, I'm pretty sure it would be. He would make sure that it was equal. Like half my money, half his. No, 100%. I'm not kidding. He's not saying like, let's take $5,000 of my money.
No,
he's saying, I'll take 25, you take 25.
You go in Dutch.
I would take $5,000 out of the business account,
right?
Or the money I hide, and I would take it out of that. I would give you, money to go play slots while I shoot craps. Don't come touch my arm, and and you would play Wheel of Fortune. You love Wheel of Fortune when it goes.
I do. Yeah. Dollar slots. That's my thing.
You guys are so rich.
It's so cute.
So now I met Mara. The other night we were somewhere and she said hi to me. I'm going, do I know her? Okay. And then we're at Bobby Kelly's party.
Yeah.
Where did I see you the Saturday at the stand?
At the cellar.
Oh, whoa.
At the cellar?
This is an
Was that
ongoing
cellar?
adventure.
Full-on affair. Right
Wow.
She said hi. I'm going, where do I know her from? A lot of people say hi to me because I'm Rich Voss, and I'm going, well, I know they know me.
You're a
legend.
You're a legend.
So I don't know. I know they know me, but I go, do I know her? And I just said hi back because I don't want to be rude, because a lot of people...
You didn't want to be what?
Rude. Because a lot of people, and I sometimes will sing rude.
Yeah.
And a lot of people look up to me. Then I was at Bobby's party on Sunday. And she was there, and I'm talking to her. I go, "Where do I know you from?" And she does a podcast with
Dante?
what do you call
Dante Nero?
with Dante.
Oh, right.
We're friends with Dante.
This is how he said. He goes, "She's been on Dante's podcast."
No, I said she's the other half of Dante.
No, but you didn't say that the first
Yeah.
time. You were like, "She's been on it," and I was like,
No.
"That's great."
Once.
But
15 minutes. I showed my tits. It was a huge thing.
She knows
for me.
what a microphone looks like.
But then I talked to her at the party. I pre-interviewed her in Bobby's cigar. That little room he had, the cigar thing.
Oh God, this is getting really awkward.
No, there was who else was in there? What's his name?
Mike Vecchio.
I actually feel bad for you.
witnesses.
You're not going to sue him, are you?
I was sweating a lot.
Mike Vecchione was there.
You're standing close to Bobby.
Okay. So she has a great story. She was a professional bicyclist.
Yes.
Okay.
Professional.
Right.
Okay.
So nude bicycling? I didn't even know that was a thing.
No, not nude. She wore those tight pants, which gave
But
her
what's a
many years.
professional bicyclist? Does
She gets
anyone know?
paid.
Yes, Lance Armstrong, but with a vagina.
Oh. I was saying, I thought you meant like...
Wait a minute. The
think
story gets better than this, right? She was biking away from a cartel or something. Like, there's got to be something else here.
Oh, no, it was.
Okay. That's like an insane.
no,
like,
that's it.
I'm like, what?
No,
That's
I said,
it.
all right. She said she rides a bike, so I go, we got to do radio.
We got to get you
We
on.
got to get you on. We got to get you on. Can you juggle as you ride?
a professional, so you're part of a team.
I was, yes. Until I got my car.
Now, she's in her early, I would say 30s. I didn't ask her age because that would be
Looks
rude.
very young, beautiful.
She's all right. And then she's
Clearly got high standards.
she's been married 3 times already,
Yeah.
which I find fascinating.
Right.
Don't you?
Well, she's like a wild bicyclist. Like, she's got to go.
They are
And
notorious.
engaged, how many?
7 times.
7 times. So she definitely has codependent issues.
No.
I saw that when I talked to her.
You don't think she's just marriage material?
No, I'm not.
I don't believe in soulmates.
And so her first marriage lasted what
2.5 years.
2.5.
Okay, wait. So you've been married 3 times.
Correct.
And
'Cause this is a
which was the
relationship
longest
show.
one?
The first one, 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And so that didn't scare you from
Was that the bicyclist guy?
trying
No.
it again for 6 and 8 months?
No,
No, it didn't. It's weird. I
And
think
do you think you'll get married again?
probably.
And what do you think is is it always the same reason that you get divorced?
Yeah, I feel like I'm suffocating.
Do the receptions get shittier every time? Like you're just like,
The
all
gifts
right. It's like Applebee's half price apps, and you're like, all right, well, let's just do it, I guess.
And I paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're paying for all the weddings. You
My
pay
God.
for everything. Yeah.
Here we go. And the excuses just get lamer and lamer
Right.
from your friends. They're like, at the beginning, they're like, oh my God, I would love to.
You say, do you
Now they're
think
like,
before
no.
you say yes, or you just go in?
I just go for it. Well, they always ask in public.
While you're
And
on a bike, You're like, you want to get married? You're like, yeah. What'd you say? Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
Well, she's on the tandem bikes.
Right.
So it's not like I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
I thought the story was going to be so much cooler. I thought it was going to be like human trafficking.
It's
or
getting
like,
there.
Oh, we're not done yet.
I'll shut
Let
up.
me get through. So, but for you, like, there was no point where I'm fascinated by people who get divorced because obviously I've stuck it out, and I don't know, like,
Today when she
how
got out of
could
the
it be
shower.
worse than this?
Go ahead.
Do you know what I mean? And yet I'm doing it. So
Yeah, how could it be worse than surprise trips to the casino?
Yeah,
Stop it,
5,000.
Tim.
Bring $5,000.
How long
The
have
guy
you two
wants
been
to
married?
throw money at you on a heart-shaped bed,
Yeah,
and
like-
you're losing your
like
mind.
fucking Robert
He wants to
Redford.
fuck you in a champagne glass
Oh, come on.
at the Mount
Clearly, he
Airy
doesn't
Lodge.
know you. He doesn't know you.
Yes. In a champagne glass with non-alcoholic champagne.
Martinelli.
Okay, so your second marriage lasted how long?
17 days.
That's
17
what
days.
we have to talk about.
Wait, but
Yeah,
were your
go-
friends pissed? Did your friends spend money to like be your bridesmaids and shit?
Yeah, they
'Cause
were
I would
super
fucking
pissed.
hate
None
you.
of my family talks to me
I would
anymore.
never talk to you.
But
again.
did that one cheat on you or something?
No, God, no.
Well, how did 17 days?
Well, I didn't
Well, we
even,
really tried.
I knew I shouldn't marry him from the get-go.
Wait, now, were people betting the over-under was 3 weeks?
Yes. People are so pissed.
My
21.
grandma said something.
Oh.
So wait,
Yeah.
why did you marry him again?
Because the Save the Dates went out, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm in this." And then it just kept happening. And then I tried to back out. I even went home the day of my wedding.
So
and just,
in
like,
your
tried to
mind,
hold.
you're like, this is such a huge, colossal mistake that I can't get out of. And then you finally did 17 days later and then said, let me do this again. one more time.
Let's give it another go round.
How many
Yes.
people came to the wedding?
Yeah.
It
There
dwindled,
was
like
the
you said.
second one, 517.
Oh my God.
How much that cost for
That's
517
insane.
people?
Yeah, it was like
For
130 grand.
17 days.
Wait, say it again?
130
Who
grand.
paid that? Your family?
No, I did.
Where did you get that kind? How
was-
many? How
That's
many
like
houses
$8
you
grand a
climbed?
day. Like, that's
Yeah, it was a lot.
insane.
Wait, you paid 130 grand? You had
Yeah,
that
I
kind
had
of
money. Yeah.
You still
I did.
do?
I don't anymore. No.
Because I would have been number 4. Fuck, I'll put you on. You want to go to a casino?
Oh my
I had
God.
to pay him $23,000 for those 17 days.
What do you mean? For what?
For like, he was upset. It was our arrangement to get out of it. I just didn't show up to court, and that's what he
You're
wanted.
addicted to getting married.
I just don't want to be. I just don't want to be alone. I think I just
Yeah.
don't like being alone. I would
Right.
just want
Unless
to
you're
eat
with
the whole
someone,
sandwich,
and then
I want to get
definitely want to be alone.
out of there.
Yes. You know, you could take a break. There could be. You
I'm
could
on
go
a break
on
right now.
a vacation or
I got a dog.
yeah.
That's
you
my
could get a
new-
dog.
But wait,
That's my
so
thing.
17 days, it cost you 100-some thousand. You made that money from bicycling?
I made it. Yeah, I used to manage all the Sports Club LA's. Also, I used to be the big boss there.
How were you at the Bobby Kelly's party?
A comedian. I went.
Oh,
with
you are
Dante.
a comedian.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a while. Then she
Like
quit. and then
6
she's
years,
like-
but I took a couple years off.
To get married.
Yeah, I got married a couple more
married.
times.
so
God.
Why are you judging people?
I'm not. I'm just like the money aspect is like blowing my mind.
No,
I
but
know,
like, think
overall.
about you should stay in contact with her. Then you can
I
borrow,
marry her.
You
Do
can
I
borrow,
get some?
borrow one of her wedding dresses. It's your turn.
to do what
She's
with?
got quite a collection you could look through.
Do you wear a different dress every time?
Every time.
I do. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Every
you know.
time.
You never scaled down.
Yes. The first I got married in Vegas the first time. I just went to the city hall the third time. I was like, this is getting embarrassing.
Vegas first time, Reno the second time, Atlantic City the third time.
His sister had the
Sands in
exact
Bethlehem
same
will be
wedding.
number 4.
My second husband, his sister had the exact same wedding that I had. Same place.
A failed
same
one?
setup.
Before or after yours?
After.
She copied your wedding.
Right? Isn't that weird?
She's gonna
you had,
kill
but
you.
you had. Wait, let's take some calls on this. We'll get back.
This is all of her husbands, ex-husbands calling in, screaming at her right now?
We don't have that many lines.
Okay. It's all of her ex-husbands.
Joe, what do you got to say about this?
I was calling for give you a gambling advice, Bonnie.
If I give you what?
Gambling.
I want to give you some gambling advice.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've seen it where somebody starts with like $20, they get up to like 200 in a slot machine, and then the friggin' machine starts taking it back. So the way you time for that is put a $20 bill in, set your mark at like $5. Once you reach $25 or $26, cash out, put another $20 bill in so that machine can't take that money back, and keep doing it. But if you win 3 or 4 times, like $60 to $80, cash out, walk away from that machine, and go to another one.
First of all,
I'm no mathematician, but I have a feeling it's going to pay out the same.
Can I tell?
Listen, I did that one night, and within an hour and a half, I made $300.
Wait, listen. Listen.
Why
wait,
Tim
hold on.
finds this so hilarious?
Hold on, low budget
This is
gambler.
like he could have made $200 at a regular job in an hour and a half. Like, it's like that's not like the retirement score. He should write a book. He should write a book about this. It's amazing. His strategies.
I'm surprised Edward
$5
Norton
mark.
isn't going to play you. Can I ask you a question? Can I tell you
If you
something?
only have $3, you go to the 25-cent machine. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just go behind the candy store with my friends and pick quarters. Listen to me. Here's the thing. What's your name, sir?
Joe.
Joe.
Here's the thing. Slot machines are the biggest sucker bet in the casino. If you're going to play slots, you might as well just throw your money out. It's the biggest sucker bet. If you're going to go to a casino, you play baccarat or you shoot craps. That's the games.
The best payout is 3-card poker. I put $25 on the pair plus. I had a freaking straight flush of 40 to 1, $1,000.
Okay,
This
but
is
it's
like-
still a
this is-
sucker.
there you go.
You know I got a name for your book.
There you
It's
go.
a sucker bet. Those are sucker
Gambling
bets.
by dummies.
He's like, I played blackjack. I didn't win, but I got a king. It's like the craziest.
I know what
Do you
spades
know how
are.
many free drinks I got sitting at the table? Listen,
If you get an ace and a face card,
Yeah.
you win.
You win.
I
That's it.
met, I met Danny Aiello. I did not win.
go ahead. Go ahead. What were you going to say? What?
When you go to the casino, stop by the 3-card table, and for 2 hands on the red deck and the blue deck, put $25 on the pair plus only. See what happens.
And if I win, take that 20 and pull out another 20.
No.
You're gonna have 3 pockets with money in it, okay? You're gonna have your 20s, your 5s, and your 10s.
No.
And what you do?
Let me explain something to you, because you obviously go to the casino maybe once or twice every 3 years. Those games are sucker games. You play craps. That's a man's game. Okay? When the crap table is hot, when it's on fire, the head of the clan is high-fiving Farrakhan. It's fucking on fire. When it's cold, it's cold. You're cursing at people. You're yelling. What I'm saying is those games you're playing are sucker games. Those are why casinos have big chandeliers, nice tacky carpets that Italian people like. Play the real casino games, which is craps, baccarat, maybe a little blackjack.
Okay, that's the end of casino talk.
Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
go. We got a lot of calls. I want to see somebody who's been married more than Mara.
Dutch knows Mara, he says. Do you know anyone named Dutch?
Allegedly. Yeah, she knows me from about 30 seconds ago when I spoke before, and I appreciate being on hold
hi,
listening
Dutch.
to the... Hey, everybody. I appreciate listening to the Rain Man discussion of gambling. That was great.
Well, thank
If you saw 4 kings go by, there's no more kings. Okay? That's it.
If you get 2...
Marek, I had a quick question for you just to steer it off of gambling. Just out of curiosity, if you were racing out on the West Coast, did you know Neva Day by any chance?
I did, yes.
Okay, so Neva and I rode together in college. And I stayed in the East Coast, she stayed in the West Coast. I thought it hit me, and I thought your name was familiar.
Thanks for calling, Dutch.
Just like that. Just like that. I was going to propose to her next. Give me a chance to work it out here. I think I got her
You got Mara, you got to do it quick. She's going to say yes to
DM
somebody
me,
else. DM her.
Tweet me.
Mara, what was the best proposal out of all
Oh, the second
those?
one was the best.
The
Because the first one, he just rolled over in bed and he was like, I got the weekend off. You want to go to Vegas? And I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, for all, I just wanted to go
If
to
I know
Bethlehem.
me,
this
I'm
guy-
going to say yes to this.
Bonnie, to answer your question, it could be worse. It could be much worse. Much worse. He rolled over in bed and goes, I got the weekend off. From what job, by the way?
From Toyota Financial.
There you go.
He was my boss.
Toyota
They
Financial.
finally gave me that Saturday off I've been asking for.
Okay.
You and me, we head over.
I sold 4 packages at Car
Subprime.
Talk.
It was
We do
all
it-
subprime deals.
We do it in
Let's go.
Vegas. I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. A little something with the red and the blue decks. You know.
I hadn't had sex before. I didn't know. I was like, let's.
That's the first time you had sex?
Yeah, let's fuck. Let's.
Well,
let's
you
finally do
married the
this.
guy who took your virginity?
I did. Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You were never even like finger banged or
No, I went to Cal. I like.
What
believed
about
in
your
virginity.
asshole?
huh? What?
Getting finger banged isn't taking your virginity.
Yeah,
is
but
it?
it's
But it
no,
breaks your
oh my
hymen.
God.
Karen's like, then I lost my virginity at 5.
To my Uncle Bob.
I know.
Well, if you have real big fingers,
He did. He was obese.
Why you determine that it's if your hymen gets broken?
no, it's if your penis enters your
There we
Yeah,
go.
penetration.
He's got it.
your no.
Your baby powder poofer.
So you were how old when you got married first?
19.
19, and it's the first time you had sex when you were 19.
Correct.
And you haven't stopped fucking since.
I will not stop.
Okay, so I didn't.
That's just the way it works for me. Fuck them, marry them, fuck them, marry them.
Mary kill, but nobody dies.
It's like Simon Says.
Acting it out.
So
And what was the second proposal?
Second proposal, we used to swim every Friday, and then
Just as an exercise thing?
in your money?
we did Ironmans, yeah. And he had me, we went to Del Mar Beach, and he flew in my brother who set up all the candles, and he flew everybody in and said, will you marry me on the beach? And he had me come look over the cliff, and I was like, yeah, I guess.
why? Because he flew everybody in.
Yeah, because everybody
He
was
doesn't
there.
know how to set up his own candles.
I
No.
do think it's really mean to do a public
Right.
proposal. Like
Yeah.
you have to, like I think you should have to do like a private one first.
Agree.
Like, are you gonna say yes? Because it puts I've had so many shows by that, maybe like 2 or 3, where
Where you did well.
where I did not great, but not bad. Where somebody comes up and says, I want to, somebody from
Yeah,
the
it's
audience
ridiculous.
before you go on is going to propose to his girlfriend or fiance or whatever.
It's
Or no,
entrapment.
husband.
Rude.
It's entrapment.
Well,
100%.
I've seen so many times where the person goes like exactly that. They're like,
He's right. He said it's entrapment.
yeah.
And I was starving that night because normally we go to Red Robin and we would eat
the real
shit. And I was
story.
like, are
Well, a
we still
real
going to
high
go to
roller
Red
he is.
Robin?
Not if you say no.
Honey, candles from the dollar store in Red Robin.
Oh, man.
That's why I had a C-section, because they said I couldn't eat while I was waiting to dilate, and they said, "Do you want to wait until morning, or you want to get the C?" And I wanted to eat.
Cut it out of me. I'm hungry.
Well, I hope it wasn't Red Robin, though, right?
Tim gets it 100%.
Yeah, I get it.
Cut this out of me.
I also had a
really
C-section to eat.
It's in a different
I had to
studio
remove
talking.
food to eat more food. They took out a ribeye. I said, "Can you get this ribeye out of here?" And they said, "Yeah, sure."
Oh, God. Big
So I can eat another ribeye.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
I'm just saying I get the food thing.
then the
I
third
get
one.
it.
But
I
were there engagements between these marriages that
Yeah, I had
Did
one.
you ever say no?
I have never said no. I can't.
I
They
told
just
you
look
she
at you.
was
They look so
damaged.
pathetic and sad, and they're like, "Please," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
you seem like a very lovely person, good
Thanks.
personality.
Thank you.
Where did it all go wrong? Like, why are you so fucked up in the head? You spent all
You
your
know
money.
you know the third one. Did you know this one wasn't the right one either?
Oh yeah.
Oh, but you were like, I've made this mistake twice. Let me do it one more time. Let me just
Well, a
make
lot of
sure I
times
suck
you
it.
want to get the hat trick, okay?
That one I thought it was. I was like, well, maybe I can just deal with like what you guys do. You're like, I'll just deal with it.
that.
Just like sleep with other people.
You have to be a certain kind of
Yeah.
person. You know,
Yeah.
I grew up with very little. So I'm used to having nothing, no happiness. You have to.
What is didn't you grow up on like an idyllic, beautiful farm?
Beautiful.
I don't know if
She
the
has- she
idyllic
slept
and
on
beautiful.
dirt.
But
Tim thinks live chickens. It's ideal.
Yeah, I'm like, what's your problem? You have the source right there. You could go to the source.
Tim is
All
it's
she's
all
done is complain
perspective.
about casinos and fun.
She used to kill chickens so our producer could eat.
Oh my god!
Dairy milk?
ice cream from Dairy Milk? I had Dairy Milk ice cream. It's fucking amazing.
Wow, aren't you the lady of the world?
What other kind of milk do they make ice cream out of?
Yeah, what are
I'm
you
wondering.
fucking
No, like
talking about,
soy
Karen?
from
The soy Dairy Queen is disgusting.
Yeah.
Riveting.
But you can see the cows they milk to make the ice cream that you're putting in yourself.
Right.
You saw the milk come out that
Yeah.
your ice cream was made?
Yeah.
Well, then that's the different story. That's not,
Yeah.
I had fucking...
That's what I meant.
You're stupid. Listen to me. That's the problem. You just said I had...
It's the first time I had ice cream. I was
Yeah.
excited.
So your third marriage... Now, I'm not here to trash you. I'm just here to... Because it's a relationship show. That's what this is about.
I really missed a cum joke on that one.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Well, you can,
They just told you it was ice cream, but then you really had it. You're like, dang it.
Don't worry. Just swallow it,
again.
move on.
Uncle
foamy.
Bob.
So your third marriage, lasted how long?
A year.
A year.
Whoa, great.
I know, right?
Doing fantastic.
I'm killing it.
Do you keep in contact with any of them?
But I've worn
Yeah.
the wrong pair of underwear for a year. Do you know what I mean? I've done stuff a year doesn't seem like you're trying that hard.
I don't try very hard. I just
Like
fail.
you're like, this is awful.
But you don't have a boyfriend now, you said, right?
No. I have a dog. I just
Now,
But you're separated or divorced for the third time.
separate it.
And are you going to get a divorce?
Yeah, eventually.
I mean,
I make them
know
do all the work.
eventually.
She walks down that aisle again. She's getting a divorce.
Why
I
don't you
mean,
move
this
to
third
Utah?
guy, when
Yeah.
he was like, you were married twice before, that didn't send a little red flag up for him?
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know why everybody
People
wants to
are
marry me. I really
very
don't get it.
desperate and very. I mean, no
no,
one
that's
cares.
not true. My ex-wife is married 3 times, but she was in bad situations. The first,
I wanted
the
to
second.
ask for one of her wedding dresses. And
But her husband,
no.
she's
He
been
said
married
no?
forever now with him.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude, and she's a good. She just made with me. It lasted 5 years, but it just didn't work out. It's not
Yeah.
that she, like you think, like there's a difference between my ex-wife who's married 3 times and this psychopath right here. Who's been married 3 times and one was 17 days. There's a
Right.
difference. My ex-wife is normal, nice, good mother. You know what I mean? Beautiful, really fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
She's extremely beautiful. I mean, really good looking. If
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
at her,
yeah.
you go, she's still really good looking.
Right.
You know what I mean? After
Right.
all these
Kelly.
and she's a good mom.
Right.
So different, if you see people go, I married 3 times, you go, what are you, trailer person? But
Right.
it depends your
It's true.
situation.
Yes.
My dad's been married 3 times.
The stigma
Wow.
with you is you think, is this person peeing in her pants all the time?
Well, my first marriage I left because he was abusive, and I had to go and hide
Physically
from
or mentally?
physically.
That didn't get you hot?
He's not crazy.
Thank God.
This is
no
great.
feminists listen to this network.
This is a great climate for some sexual assault
I know.
jokes. This is the time.
I thought you meant
People love
sexually you guys were physical. I didn't know. Oh, you mean he hit you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. I would never make a joke like that. with a
Never.
phone book?
He
or
makes
just with
jokes like in the grocery store, something that he's going to hit me later and stuff, and people go like, and they laugh so crazily, and you go,
Yeah.
see, people think it's funny, and it's just
It's
like,
fun. It's very funny.
they don't think it's funny. They don't know what to do. They're really,
Every time one of my friends is a girl has a boyfriend, I go, you better get outside. He's going to kick the shit out of you. And everyone laughs. Everything's funny.
It is.
funny. Someone always gets hurt in a joke.
Absolutely.
Okay?
and, yeah,
All right. So,
and sometimes for the joke.
that's what I'm saying. Now, the people you were engaged to, how many times were you engaged that you didn't get married?
4 times.
Okay, do you now listen?
Now this is what she didn't go through.
Wait.
But you, what did how far along in the ones that you said no to did it get?
That I bailed from the
Yeah, like at
engagement?
what points did you bail?
A couple months.
Okay.
So the save the dates didn't go out.
No.
Once they go out, you're in.
I'm fucked. Yeah.
Something about this gets you high. You get high?
I think I like the attention, maybe?
Yeah,
You like
something
the
about this is
attention?
like I think because I'm an addict, so I think about what makes people get high. I think something about this gets her
It's an
off.
adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
It's
Hold
just
on,
like extra birthdays.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Dr. Philippi is talking. I used that one already last week, but
Nobody heard it. It's fine.
it was on True TV. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
No, I
It was kinda
appreciate
funny.
it. Thank you.
What
Still 15 minutes to the break.
Do you think? No, and because you seem like such a nice person.
Thank you.
Do you think you have maybe just codependent issues? Maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
Were your parents divorced when you were young?
No, they're still married. They're very married.
Good family?
But my mom's bipolar. So she's
What,
like
she
very
lives in the
manic.
North Pole and the South Pole?
Yes. That was a really good joke. You're a
30
professional?
years in the business, folks. James, you got something you want to ask Mara Merrick?
Yeah, Mary, I think you're amazing, and I just want to let you know, I'm a Mormon from Utah, and you say you like being married but don't like being smothered, so I would love to have you as my fifth wife.
But that might be the right plan for you.
I'm going to say yes.
She can't say no. So
How does divorce? Can I ask a question of the Mormon guy?
Yeah.
How does divorce work in a Mormon household?
No, they have to die.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
You mean
sister wives kill each
in the
other.
eyes of the Lord?
No, in like real life. Like, could a woman leave if she wanted?
No.
Well, there's no real laws surrounding
you
it.
know, you have to go through a temple. If you get married in the temple, you got to get divorced in the temple. So you got to get divorce permission.
This is an
Tell him,
Indiana
honey.
Jones
Tell him.
type thing.
This guy's not really Mormon.
I know he's from the South.
Oh,
This has nothing to do with Mormons.
Hold on. I've been to Utah many times. What part are you from?
Salt Lake City.
He's from
But
Utah.
now I live down south in southern Utah. That's where I was from, up north originally.
Okay, now what is the most famous city by Salt Lake?
Well, you got Salt Lake, you got Provo, then you got St. George down right
He's looking at
outside
a
of
map.
Las Vegas.
He's
I
looking at
live
Google
up
Maps
in Cedar City. Then you go, and then what the funny thing about I-15 right there is you got the Fillmore Beaver area.
Calm down, Vic Henley. Listen to me. Where's the Sundance Film Festival at?
Up in the mountains in the Wasatch, up at old Robert Redford's ski place. I ain't reaching up to ski up there.
It's called Park City. How does he not know Park City?
No, it's not at Park City.
I don't know that he's been to the Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah, I mean, it seems out of his
book
It's in Park City, Utah.
I feel like this is his one call
Isn't
from
it?
prison, and everyone's very confused. Like, this is what?
It's Park City where Sundance is.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay,
it's
Rich.
not.
Did you get enough information? Do you feel like he's from Utah? Can I
remember
hang up on him now?
Remember when we quizzed a guy about
Hey,
being
well,
black last
I
week?
need to know where to send the invitations to Mark's family for the wedding.
Just tweet at me.
Yeah, he definitely
You got to make
does
sure
not-
she gets those save
does
the
not
dates
have
out.
Twitter.
All right. She really wants this to happen.
It will happen.
John,
I'm single too, James.
go ahead.
James, we're all single.
And you'll stay that way.
And I will go to the fucking Mormon.
Thank God.
Your Vic Henley line deserved more. That was a pretty good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that guy stunk. Quick question
That's my husband you're
for you,
talking about.
Bonnie.
This is someone new.
Obviously, you guys are on the rocks. It's about to be over between you guys. And,
Between me and Bonnie?
I'm getting some strength and courage from Mara.
Bonnie and
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
listen, Bonnie and I are soulmates.
I don't believe in soulmates.
Okay?
After
She's the
your
twinkle in
first
my
date,
eye.
I actually don't believe in soulmates, but I think you're cute.
She's a twinkle in my eye and the tinkle in my... Go ahead.
So, Bonnie, which of your guests do you think Rich would leave you for if he left for someone? I don't know if they're all single.
Tim Dillon,
Karen, are you-
hands
I
down.
gotta be
hands
honest.
down.
I have the best personality of all of the guests.
And he can cook
You've
your
got, the,
bath.
only, you've got
yeah.
the equipment that he really wants.
Yeah, I have the best personality.
Biggest tits.
I'm not into bears. What I like... Who would I leave Bonnie for?
Yeah, that's in the studio. Of your three choices.
Oh, in
Well,
the
whichever
studio?
one you pick,
None
there's
of-
going to be fighting.
None
So
of
let's.
they're all broken in this studio.
Yeah.
None of them play golf. If any of
I play mini golf. Oh,
I don't
I
play
played golf. MVP of my high school team 2 years
Are
ago.
you good
Oh
at golf?
my
I am,
God! This
actually.
is why you're going to say no to her because she could beat you.
No, she can't beat me. She could beat me in sending out
What's your
invitations.
handicap?
I haven't played
I'm
I
forever.
keep getting married.
Getting married. That's the handicap.
When's the last time you played golf?
Oh, last year.
For real?
Malibu, yeah.
Oh, I played in Hawaii, but the main island.
You guys can be friends if you want.
No, I don't want to play with girls. It takes 6 hours with fucking. I actually play with 3 ladies in Connecticut.
It takes so long, you have to change your tampon so many times.
I played with a lady a couple weeks ago. 3 of the lady came in at 2 under par on the front 9, shot 77 on the round. She was fucking amazing. There was 2. I played with 3 of them.
Then I made her get a test to find out biologically if she really was a woman.
There was 3
Are
ladies
you
I
or
played
are you
with.
not a female?
One was super hot, and one could play golf real well.
Of
So
course.
I didn't know who to stare at. Like the super hot one in her little white
What teams
dress.
did they play from?
They played.
Women's?
I think
Or pros?
the other one played the men's tees.
Whoa.
I think the one that came in under par.
Nice.
She could hit the ball. And just watching her was, anybody that's good at golf, I love watching. You know, if they hit it 300 yards or whatever. You know, but the hot one in her little dress, but, you know, you could tell she was married and kids and everything. But she would sit there in her dress, right? And I would stare at her. But then,
Don't worry about me being here. You just tell the story.
And, all right, go ahead.
What do you have to say about that, Tim Dillon? Why are you complaining about he's got a lot of testosterone. He loves the ladies.
I like golf.
Yeah.
Bonnie,
He
let me give you
likes
my
golf.
attorney's information.
I don't want your attorney because you had to pay
I know.
$23,000.
I didn't show up for court.
Oh.
Who else is on the line?
Oh, yeah, you'll show up at the altar.
Oh, Rich.
What's that? Hold on.
So we
He's
can go
asking
to
me
court.
something. What's that?
What?
Oh, if Bonnie was to leave you for another male comedian, who do you think she'd leave you for?
I've got a whole list.
I've
been-
who would
I've
she
been-
leave me for?
The
what's
top
his
3
name?
changes sometimes.
Brad. What's that guy's name? Brad.
Williams?
Brad Williams.
Brad Williams is a top choice.
He's one of my. I like him. He's a good guy. She would leave me for Colin. Or
That's who you want.
no, because he's so
I think it'd be
brilliant.
a black guy, right? Huh?
No, because none of them are really that clever.
He's half and
Maybe
half.
a Latin comic or something?
No way. Nobody wants to pull the skin down. She would probably leave me for, I don't know, probably probably
George
Annie
Lopez,
Letterman.
maybe?
Annie Letterman.
They would look good. You look good.
How do you know
there.
so many? How do you know so many comics?
Just listen to podcasts and stuff.
Oh, who's your favorite comic? Not us.
I want you to do me a
what's your
favor
favorite
right
type
now.
of-
I want you to go outdoors. I know. I want you to lay in the grass. I want you to look at the sky.
And listen to a podcast outdoors in the grass.
I'm doing that right now. So
Who do you like? Who do you like? Who are you like an Opie and Anthony listener or Opie and Jim? And that's the type of comedy.
yeah, that kind of stuff, and then like podcasts like Legion of Skanks, stuff like that.
Oh, so you're like
Legion. There we go.
So you live in your
Gas
mom's
Digital, baby.
Do you live in your mom's basement?
Exactly.
Listen, the Skanks fans, Rich, comprise a very diverse and eclectic group of people in America, and I find it quite disrespectful that you insinuate that the people listening to Legion of Skanks would be unable to buy or rent real estate at market value. I think that's a little insane.
Can I just say this? The few people that I've ever called in that listen to Legion of Skanks end up admitting that they live in their parents'
Some
basement.
guy came up to me the other day at the stand, said, I heard you on Legion of Skanks and I loved you. And I looked at him and literally said, bro, you're bleeding. And he was bleeding on his arm. He was gushing blood.
They're so
He's not used to the outside world. He's bumping into shit all the
they're
time.
see, Legion of Skanks fans are big fans, and they'll get the Legion of Skanks tattoo,
right?
But they have to get Legion and then Skanks a couple months later when they save up enough money
Right.
for the second half of the
Tattoo layaway.
Yeah. You know,
I have a story like that. My friends, with the 3 of us, were out hanging out in the comedy store, that back bar.
Yeah.
And we were pretty fucked up. And I said to my friend, I go, well, on a scale 1 to 10, where are you? She goes, I don't know, I'm pretty fucked up, maybe like an 8. And I go to my other friend and go, where on the scale? Like, how fucked up are you? She goes, I can't find my tooth.
That's an LOS fan, baby.
She's a Legion of Skanks fan.
well,
Thank
listen,
you for
thanks
calling.
for calling, man.
I didn't even know he was
141 IQ, still on iTunes.
Eric?
Hello, married. Hello, my wife hates me.
You want to start over?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Mara. So my divorce will be final next week. Are you free?
Yes, that's my answer. Yes,
How many times have you been married, Eric?
Once for 20 years.
Once. Oh, wow. It's a
Who gets
different
divorced
story
after
there.
20 years?
Fresh wound.
Yeah. Woof. You'll be okay, but your poor wife, she's done.
How old were you when you got married?
What's that, Rich?
How old were you when you got married?
28.
So you're 48, and you got to go into the world.
It's fine for him.
Yeah.
He can still date 22.
No,
He
I
probably
can't.
looks
Listen,
better now.
How many kids do you have? In college?
Are you bald?
No, we have no kids. Actually,
What's wrong with you?
Do you have hair on your back?
Yes, actually, I do.
Okay, you're gonna have to get rid of
Oh, I
that.
thought that was like you.
I thought you was going to like that.
Actually,
If you
for
didn't
the last
have
20
it, that's a deal breaker.
Grow some, bitch.
for the last 20 years, I've taken the Jim Norton route of relationship advice.
What's that?
Oh, God.
What's that, coming into a sock? I don't know what that is.
No, actually, even though I'm married, I've enjoyed Asian massage parlors quite routinely.
rub and
you got to
tug
get
all
laid
day.
somehow.
I've never went to a massage parlor. When you go to a massage parlor, like, you can have sex there, or don't they just jerk you off or something? Like, what?
I've always gotten full service every time I've gone.
You mean you've had sex?
Yes.
But that's not a massage parlor. It's a whorehouse, isn't it?
Well, you get a massage as part of it.
Interesting.
You get a massage.
It depends what your perspective is.
I've never
on
heard of
it.
anybody. I've never heard of anybody
Exactly.
fucking. I've heard of the happy
the
ending.
rub and tongue. That's
It's the
what-
rub and
Well,
tongue.
happy ending. Call it what you want. Happy ending.
But she's not
it's not.
sitting on your
Whoa,
car.
whoa, call it what you want. They're two different things.
Yeah. Are you fucking these old Asian women? Come on.
Listen, Brock Turner. Here's the thing.
I don't think I've ever fucked one that was older than 30.
But you actually, like, they sit on your cock?
What?
Do you think they're fucking you with their hands?
Do you know what
they're not
sex
fucking
is?
with their hands.
When they come, does it taste sweet and sour? When they shoot their hot Mughal guy pan in your face, do they
No,
give
but
you a cookie
you're
when
not
you leave?
actually having sex. That's what we're trying to find out.
Yes,
Eric.
he said he's having sex.
Yeah.
But
With
what,
their
like
hands
you're bending
or their
them?
vaginas?
Are you going into their? Is it cock in vagina?
Yes.
Yes.
Get your kids out of the room. This is going to get a little tricky.
Yes, he's saying he's having sex.
How
so
much
it's a
are you
whorehouse.
paying, though? Are
Yeah,
you
how much
paying?
is- That's a good question.
How what?
You're
How
welcome.
much are you paying for these services?
Because Karen will do it. That is why. That's why Karen's
I
asking.
am broke.
How much do you pay?
160 to 180.
Are you out of your fucking
Yeah, dude,
mind?
Karen will do it for $75.
And you got
Full
to
service.
and you got to listen
Yeah.
to 5 minutes of her stand up.
Yeah, you got to listen to 5 minutes of her stand up.
All right. Hey, it works for me.
Thank you.
And after she's done at the bar, you take her to have her stomach pumped. That's
That's all I
where the
want.
date always ends.
Wait,
I looked at I looked at Mara's picture. I wouldn't have made the marriage proposal if I hadn't looked at the picture first. We can work on the rest of it from there.
Wait, no, wait, stop. Everybody stop.
So honest. What is it that he's saying? Like, we'll get you on some squats and
She's going to try. Wait, you paying $180 and you only get to come once?
work on the rest.
Hey, well, it depends on her.
We'll get you a shrink. We're gonna
$180.
Yeah.
Why
we're gonna
don't you
fix this.
Every couple months, just fly to fucking Brazil.
Yeah, why not just get a whore? What's the point of the massage parlor?
Well, I've
you
done
have
it.
a
I've
bad
done it.
back?
I've done
What the
I've done the
fuck?
$60 horse.
What do you also have a pinched nerve?
Because otherwise he'd have to get like a chiropractor
Yeah,
and then
and-
a hooker.
Yeah, exactly.
This way.
I mean, there's nothing better than
$180 to
there-
get laid.
there's nothing better than a 90-pound cute Asian, 20-something
90 pounds.
Asian
I am
giving
not
you
90 pounds.
Yes, there is. A 90-pound Asian for $80, not
Yeah.
$180.
They will too.
Well,
I
you're
used
not
to live
getting
with.
a happy ending for it. You're not getting a happy ending for $80, Rick.
Sure.
Are you kidding me? My
right?
friend used to go to a place. I'm sure he didn't pay more than that to get a hand job.
Look, I'm not a hooker, but
I'm
I
not
would do it
getting
for
a hand job, Rich.
What's that?
I said I'm not getting a hand job, and this isn't 1970 either.
Yeah, but also, too, you're not fucking a girl, a hooker, is the same as jerking off because there's no intimacy. All you're doing is coming into a place in her body that's not her hand. It's not sex. It's just.
He's
there's
making
no
you think he's
intimacy.
good at it, but
No,
he's
no.
Intimacy.
There's no.
Feels like a very weird, like kids' first sex talk.
No, what I'm
That
saying
their dad is giving.
What's the difference
Yeah,
in
but Bonnie,
intimacy?
I mean,
a hooker is just a vessel.
There's no,
She's a bunch of holes.
There's no difference if you come in her or a loaf of bread. What I'm saying is, you come
Is that
and
what's
you
been
get
going
out.
on with the bread?
You're going to shoot a load and get kicked out.
Right.
So what's the fucking... Don't act like it's some... It's
Listen,
any
I
different
do
than a
get it.
hand
I
job.
do get it. I would just... But I'm very curious about how you know that this is going to happen and how much... Because they can't obviously, like... Advertise it, right? So how do you get to the point where you go, you're getting a massage and then you're like, are you one of the ones that will...
Yeah.
Well, it's common knowledge that that's why you're there, and generally it's you get a table you'll get a table shower, and then a halfway decent massage, and then usually she'll ask what else do you want.
Yeah.
And then what do you say?
They're shocked if you don't want to fuck
right.
them. Like they're
Do you
shocked.
do you think they're hurt if you don't want to?
They're probably confused. They're like, we're not even real
I think they were hurt before they came into that room.
Yes.
Well, that is
Are they there of like their own free will, or is it kind of sex slaving?
Your leg is chained, but...
Well, I've never seen one chained up before, but
boy.
But they do go to sleep on the table after the shower's over. That's their bed.
Right, they all do live in a closet together.
They live there.
Well, I can't imagine why you're getting divorced. How many times? $180. You had to have done it at least, 50 times?
Probably, yeah.
That's $9,000 right there.
He's good at math.
Hell, if you add in regular hookers, it's significantly more than that.
Oh, there we go.
But also, do you tip on that, or that's because when you go get a lady procedure, the tip
Always,
kills you.
always. That's a service.
It
You should
depends,
always
Bonnie.
gratuity.
Did they do a good
25%, no matter what.
25%.
Yeah.
25.
They add
Across
on
the board.
18 automatically, usually anyway.
Yep, that's an auto-grat.
Well, the 180 is all inclusive.
Does your wife know that you do this? Does your wife know that you're doing it?
Dick.
It includes.
Guys are so
she
lucky.
does now.
I know.
Okay, wait.
Why
no.
don't you just cheat on her? Why spend all this money?
Yeah, why don't
Have
you
you thought
find a
about doing
girlfriend?
It's because
Groupon?
he's hideous. He's got to be really
Can you
ugly.
do a Groupon for rub and
You're
tug?
talking about my husband.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Are you? Tell the truth. Are you a mess?
Do you look like a salamander?
No.
When you listen to me
He looks like
On a scale of 1 to 10.
on a 1 to 10, yeah.
And not what these little Asian ladies tell you. What,
Right.
what do you really look like?
Do you have hair?
Yes, I have hair.
Do you have stomach muscles?
A little bit.
No.
That
That's
we
a
can
no.
see.
That's a hard no.
Are you better or worse than Anthony Weiner?
Do you take the shape of whatever vessel you're in?
Listen, thank you for calling. We got to go to break.
Oh, we're going to go to break. Listen, any plugs? We're going to come back. We're going to take a break. Anything you want to plug? Website, his podcast?
I mean, Beige Phillip, yeah.
What's the name of it?
Beige Phillip.
And where do you find it?
BeigePhillip.com.
On Riotcast, right?
What's
Now,
Beige Phillip?
That's what's his name's podcast?
Dante Neal.
Why is it called Beige Phillip?
Because when him and Patrice did it, it was called Black Phillip.
Oh, I don't get that either. But
Dr. Phil. Patrice, they wanted to be the Black Dr. Phil.
I get it.
Tim, what do you got coming up?
Oddball, September 11th, coming up, Side Stage, Camden, New Jersey, and the podcast Tim Dillon's Going to Hell on Gas Digital, iTunes. Check it out.
Who do you do it with?
I do it on the Gas Digital. It's just me, and then I have a co-host as well, Ray Kump.
Okay. And
Gas Digital. Who owns it?
It's Luis Gomez and Ralph Sutton.
Gomez.
Jay Gomez.
And it's like we're celebrating 4 months, and we got Legion of Skanks. We got Part of the Problem with Dave Smith. We're coming to take Sirius down.
Wow. Oh my God.
How about that?
How about you start?
How's it going to feel when you're in the street,
How
McFarland?
about why don't you start with trying to take Stand Up New York's podcast down and work your way to Riotcast and then Sirius?
Well, listen, we're shooting big.
Okay.
Shoot for the moon, and if you don't get the moon,
okay,
Luis Gomez and
when
you.
it's Luis Gomez's network, you got to find the van where to do it out of. Where are we parked this week? Okay. All right. What do you got? Anything there?
I have my monthly show, Stand Up and Take Your Clothes Off, at the Crane Theater. It's the first Sunday of every month.
Where at?
The Crane's right next to Eastville.
Do you
should
take your
just call
clothes
it
off?
my monthly.
Sometimes, yeah.
Who takes their clothes off?
There's burlesque girls that do that, and then sometimes I'll like flash a nip or whatever if I'm not happy with their performances.
Okay. And Bonnie, you have a big show in New York.
Just to keep the audiences happy.
But Bonnie, where are you flashing your nip?
Listen,
Where does that happen?
I do a lot of bottomless stuff. I'm going to be at the Cornelia Street Cafe on September 17th, and I need people to hear me. September 17th, Cornelia Street Cafe. Go.
Okay, so September 16th and 17th, I'll be at Wisecrackers in Allentown. I haven't been there in about 7 years, so come out. September 16th, 17th. And September 22, 23, 24, Mohegan Sun, comics at Mohegan Sun. Come out. I'm also at the Brigada. Go to richvoss.com. If you're buying on Amazon, amazon.richvoss.com. We'll be right back. Thank you. I think I would be broken if we split up.
I agree. So stop fucking up. And let's move on.
I think... I mean...
I do not want to break up with you. I really don't.
How long have you been married?
We're coming up on our 11th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
September 17th.
Oh, yeah. Wow. September 17th.
Which I'm doing a show that night at Cornelia Street Cafe.
And I'll be in Allentown.
Cafe.
What?
Where is that?
I don't know. It's in New York somewhere, but I just don't want to be embarrassed when I walk in. And
are you headlining?
Tim.
Oh. Our therapist can't call in, but I guarantee Jenny knows I'm not crazy.
At least bring yourself up to my level. Don't bring me down to yours.
No, I just asked. I didn't know if you were hosting or if you were waiting tables.
You have a guest spot?
No possible way that if I didn't have a door deal, I would... just as a host on a show, there's no way I would be like constantly plugging it every day. What is it to me? I'll get paid the same amount no matter what.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. I was kidding.
No, you're not kidding. You don't know how the business works. That's cute.
I'm learning with the golf.
I now agree. I agree with my daughter now. So Tim and I
moving to the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Have you ever done radio before? Pretend it's a cock. All right?
I didn't know we were back on. My headphones aren't even working.
You didn't hear a song?
I turned them down because oh god,
I got it.
I didn't know what was happening.
He's just been outed as like, all right, I've been an electrician up until Tuesday.
Okay.
Been in it for a week.
I'm going to come to that show, Bonnie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to go.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
Because after I'll take you to a party that's going to be really good.
Is that true? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go.
Okay.
Wait a second. I might come into that party.
Oh, come on. Everybody's got to jump on this now.
It's a Comedy Central party.
This is about 6 years in September.
Where'd you start? Boston?
I started in Long Island, and then I started coming to New York really soon because Long Island's got the average age of a comedian on Long Island is like 75.
But if you would have hung out there, maybe Kevin would have put you on his new show.
You know what? He did put one dude on that new show. There's like one guy. Yeah, but he's an older guy, but like one guy.
He's a nice guy, though.
Yeah, I also could, if I had hung out there, be playing at like Rigatoni's on Route 110, which is where the rest of those guys are. Yeah.
How do you get into Rigatoni's?
you gotta know Richie Ragu, who runs the show.
Oh,
we met because we did Red Eye together, and we had such a fun time.
We had a great time on Red Eye,
and then we did Comedy Knockout together, which was less fun,
which was interesting. We had a time.
Still, no.
And
True TV might be listening.
I got to get back on there. I'm trying to pay my rent.
You're not going to pay it with that. I just got the check today.
Yeah. Do they take taxes out, or do they?
Welcome to the business.
Yeah.
But we had fun, and I brought my daughter to that show.
Yes.
And afterwards,
sweet girl.
She said when we were leaving, we were getting in our car. You were walking down the street. She said, "Bye, fat ass."
Yeah, I said, it's true.
Yeah.
I said good night. Raina. I said, "Good night, Raina. Nice to meet you." And she goes, "Goodbye, fat." But it was very funny. It was
funny.
It was fun. It was fun.
She was using it as a term of endearment.
Yeah, she was very kind, and coming from Bonnie, I know that they're very kind.
She hangs out with Karen a lot, so this is the kind of thing.
That's what you want.
I just hope she's doing it at school too.
Yeah, Karen takes her to AA meetings. No, that's smart.
Then I was mad at her. Actually, I had a talk with her on the way home, and then that weekend,
what did you say to her? You go, "I know he's fat, and he is an ass."
She goes, he doesn't care.
Yeah,
he doesn't care. I go, he might care. You don't know.
Yeah,
of course he's going to laugh, but he might care. I go, if a 9-year-old said something like that to me, I'd be mad.
Now that's hilarious because Bonnie, 10 minutes prior to that, called me a parade float.
I know, but on a TV show.
On television. So I love like Bonnie in the car being like, "No, honey, listen."
But she didn't see that.
You have to be more creative than fat ass. You have to really.
Do you understand? We're all professional comedians.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, she's a great kid, and it's a lot of fun.
Then on Friday night or Saturday night, I was at the stand, and you were there.
Yeah.
And she was there, and I said, as we were leaving, I said, "Now say something nice to Tim. Can you say something nice to Tim before we leave?" And she goes, "You have nice hair, fat ass."
Yes. But it was funny. It's a callback. She gets it. She's in the business, the kid. We dig it. I like it.
If she knew that you have so many more
was kind of proud of her.
problems.
I know. It's scratching the surface.
You're not going to hell because of your weight.
No, there's many other things.
Well, she said to me that one night when we were in the stand and one of the waiters came over to us and then he left and she goes, "Is he gay?"
The waiter?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the waiters at the stand are like dripping with semen.
Yeah.
Like they're so gay.
what's his
my
name?
God.
They're so gay.
Graham.
They're like,
I love them. The brunch waitress
They're great,
is
but-
waiter.
Well,
yeah.
I said, "How do you know?" She goes, "Oh, they make fun of the way that that guy talks on Family Guy." That's how she knows everything.
Yeah, well, no, she's right. The waiters at the stand are out and about. Like those guys are.
I had a discussion or an argument or I don't even know about gay, like over the top gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
it was somebody who was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Sure.
And I wasn't, because he was a gay comic, and I wasn't
Yeah.
being mean. I'm saying, but when you're straight, you're not like walking around. I
Right.
mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
We get it.
Right. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Is there too much over the top, do you think, at some point?
I think, well, in this industry, I think they like that. I think this industry kind of likes over the top. Like they want, if you're
No,
a
I'm
gay
not
dude,
talking
they
about a
want you to be like that.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about a comic.
Well,
I'm
that's.
just in
I
general.
think that's for a lot of groups. They want you to portray the thing.
But I think that impacts Rich what you're talking about because that's like that's what everybody sees, and that's what the media shows. So people see that and go, "Oh, I'm gay. Like I got to act like that," or "That's what all gay dudes act like," or "All lesbians are like this," or "All black people are like
No.
this." So it's like if that's
Some
what
of
you're
them get
constantly-
married and offer to take their wives to Vegas.
Yeah, there's a
for
lot of there's a lot of gay guys who like choose not to come out of the closet, who marry wives, and a lot of them who become priests. Like we're diverse.
Right.
We're a diverse group of people. And
But if you had a better body, you would be more gay. Like,
no,
you
I don't
would
think
gay it up.
I don't think I'd gay it up with a better body. You think that's what makes you gay it up?
No.
Yeah, because you wear like crop tops and stuff if you're not ashamed.
No, you don't wear crop tops if you're not ashamed. I don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
But then
I've
it's
seen
just
a
like-
lot of crop tops
But
on
it's just
TV
like
lately.
some women are very feminine and some women aren't. I mean,
Yeah.
But you know,
Like, I don't think you're a whore
Yeah,
because you have a good body. You're like,
That's
just,
exactly why I'm a whore.
You think so? I think it's No,
I know a lot of fat whores.
If I had a better body, I would wear different clothing, but I wouldn't wear like midriff. I wouldn't
No.
dress like a girl.
You think
If you
No,
had
because-
ripped abs,
I would never dress like a girl.
Chris, you
That's
think
me is dressing like a
Chris, I
woman.
mean, Tim, you think she has a great body if she's doing Schindler's List too?
Right.
I'm glad I
He
can only
likes-
see her from the head up.
He's just doing this to get back on my good side. Thank you. Thank you.
but Tim likes. Would you like twinks though? Right?
I like skinny. I would like if Karen was a
See?
man, I'd be all about Karen.
Yeah, what, to pick her up as a dildo? What the
I shoved the whole thing up my ass.
No, but here's
I
the
have an
deal. I think
extended tailbone too.
some dudes are just like that naturally.
that
Like
a
when you
secret,
talk
don't
to
you?
them, you're like, oh, this is how they are.
But see, I've never seen your stand up. Obviously, you're funny on radio.
doing it
funny.
again.
You're funny when
Thank
we
you.
talk.
Yeah.
Put my jacket on.
I've never seen your stand up. Is your stand up based on your?
I have one or two jokes about sexuality, and everything else has nothing to do with it.
Now
Trump.
you lean. I'm not saying you're a full blown conservative, but you lean to the right.
Absolutely.
On certain issues.
On
He's really
a lot
looking
of
at your
issues.
pants.
On a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Oh, issues.
On
Yeah.
a lot of issues.
A lot of
some
issues, yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the deal. I'm
trying to make
Here's the
myself
deal,
marketable.
folks. That means
Yeah.
you can drink. Woo!
I don't like either candidate.
Okay.
Whoa.
I saw.
Really putting himself out there today, folks.
It's very brave.
No, listen.
I don't know if anybody's said that recently, but
there was
what
a diner by my house. Just a diner.
Sure. I'm aware of what they are.
Okay. And it had a Trump. It had a
brought up in
Trump
a
sign.
diner.
It had a Trump sign in it. It had a Trump sign in it.
Yeah.
Any business that's doing that is fucking ridiculous because you're just scaring away.
I think if you're a Jersey diner,
Not
you're
as a
okay.
small.
Like,
no,
I think-
no, it's
yeah.
a small ice cream. It's not like a Greek diner.
Oh, they
like
sell
a
ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
No, you know what I'm saying. So,
Nope.
and last
the only
night-
flavor they serve is vanilla. And that, you know?
Oh, boom. This guy's great.
I don't
Did I
want to
tell
get
you?
into politics or
No,
the
sure.
roast last night that
Okay.
leaned one way.
Oh, I will say this about the roast.
Let's talk about the roast.
I did think it was weird, they're still doing gay jokes, which just seems like so tame or something.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
he's gay.
I think it's weird because, like, I think Hollywood is like this weird place where, like, everybody's so weirdly progressive, but not in the ways that like they think they're heroes all the time and they pat themselves on the back for always doing it. But when it comes down to it, it's like they showcase the same type of gay person. They still do these stupid gay jokes, and it's like Ann Coulter is, people know that she's a very controversial figure. They all hate her. Yeah. The audience hates her, and then like people are like, oh, we're really giving it to Ann Coulter. It's like Hollywood loves setting up these easy targets and then knocking them down.
It's like the Bill Maher show.
It's like the Bill Maher. It's like this is all fucking boring.
This was a really like ridiculous setup though, because they had absolutely no diversity on that panel, no diversity in the audience, and then they kept calling Ann Coulter racist, which I'm sure she is, but it's like you're not really doing any better.
You're not sure she is, number one. And number two, there's a bunch of multimillionaires sitting on that stage pretending to be for the working man and the little guy. And this is what that whole group of people is. It's people that live in huge houses behind gates with private security. And these people are incredibly wealthy. And then they chastise somebody like Ann Coulter. But the reality is they have a lot in common with Ann Coulter. Like they're all very, very wealthy. They're all multimillionaires. They're all, and so, Hillary Clinton is as Republican a candidate as has ever run for anything. And they're all blindly getting behind Hillary Clinton because that's what the establishment wants them to do. So it's just boring to me to like knock Ann Coulter.
Well, it's not they're just blindly getting behind Hillary Clinton. It's that Hillary Clinton, in a weird way, is lucky that the craziest fucking person on the planet is running as the Republican candidate. Because I don't know that anyone that was even remotely sane and could beat her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like if anyone else was running, she'd have a much harder fight on
and I think Ann did better. I watched Ann's set, and I said, I think Ann might have done a little better than what the edit was.
Well, not only that, when Ann was on, and every time she said something that they hated, they would pan to the audience of people sitting there like scowling and hatred. But she did get some laughs. But they never panted anybody laughing.
Well, I will say it again. She didn't do herself any favors by not laughing at anybody before she got up there.
She did laugh a couple times.
I know, but she really didn't seem like she was having a good time, like she wasn't in on the joke. I don't think she knew it was going to be that hard. I think she was nervous.
I think the problem is she would have been in on it, but everybody went after her.
But she should have known before she went in. Yeah, but everybody went after everybody. That's the nature of roast. The difference is that you're supposed to roast the ones you love, as fucking Roastmaster General Jeff, whatever his last name says.
To defend listen, Ann's an adult. Yes. She went in. She knew what it was. She decided to go with her own jokes and didn't do the joke, which I kind of respect.
She did?
She did a lot of her own shit, and it didn't work as well as she wanted it to, but that's not her thing.
If someone like Louis C.K. or Amy Schumer or whatever went on stage doing a theater show and started making jokes about firemen burning in the World Trade Center, the fucking people would be all over the internet.
Right.
But when you're doing it to a guy on a roast whose dad died, it's okay.
He's changed topics a little bit. So.
No, you know what I mean? But where's the double standard?
Thanks, Bonnie.
You know what I'm saying? I guess Pete doesn't mind. He doesn't mind, and he probably said, that's okay.
I mean, here's the double standard.
No, but Pete probably said, that's okay, I don't mind.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying towards Pete. What I'm saying is...
You're saying that people will pick and choose when they want to protest.
Well, because I think there's an understanding of what a roast is, and there's not that as clear of an understanding of what comedy is. I think a lot of people think comedy is like, there are quotes where like comedy is to lift up the voices of the marginalized. It's like, no, that's not it. That's activism. That's all kinds of, it's like comedy is what I feel. And it's like, no. Comedy is a very explicit, like, comedy is to make people laugh. Like, it's to elicit laughter. It's original thoughts and ideas. It's not politically things that you agree with always. It's not. So I think
that's my least favorite. The playing to the crowd is so
people
gross
go
to
into
me.
comedy shows, they don't know what it is. How many people in a comedy show go, they're like 50 and they go, this is my first comedy show. So they don't fucking know. No, there's a lot of people that have never been to one or two shows in their life.
Yes.
They don't fucking know what comedy is, but they go to a roast and go, oh, they're going to insult each other. I get this.
No, a lot of roasts I've done where they think it's a toast, not a roast. They don't even they think somebody's getting a fucking watch.
Yeah, when I go to a roast, I think it's an actual roast. So I get very upset that there's no spit.
Yes.
Okay. Listen to me, Bodak. What I'm saying,
Where's the barbecue sauce?
A lot of people, not saying those
Yeah.
Comedy Central ones, but
Right.
I've done roasts all over the place.
Yeah.
When we did the Lou Wallach, any of them, they go, oh, ooh, ah. Hey,
Yeah.
no one's getting a fucking watch.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not retiring. We're here to try. But that's why it works when you're all good friends.
Yeah.
Because you could see the friend when we used to do them at Boston Comedy Club.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best roast.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Patrice, Norton, me.
Yeah.
And it was full of comics. It was full of friends, and that's why it worked.
Yeah.
I'm watching it last night, and you could just look at it and go, "This was cast."
Well, it's manufactured.
It's casted.
Yeah.
The Dean Martin roast. A lot of them were friends. It
Right.
looked like they all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seemed more friendship than.
Well, the thing with Anne is it felt weird because it's like everybody wants her to fail. You know, and I felt like she was there to fail. She was kind of like the fall guy.
Right.
But she knew that, and her agent knew that, and if she was going in to something not knowing what it was, then I think she's an idiot.
She's an idiot.
I don't even know why they picked Rob Lowe.
I know.
Because-
He says he hasn't been relevant in years.
Are you, Parks and Rec?
What, did he have a big part on that? I didn't watch it.
I never
didn't
saw
either.
it.
But I give Ann Coulter credit for doing it. You know, I mean, hey, if you want to do it, you went out, you did it.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do it, then why wouldn't you know what you're doing and then laugh about the
No,
jokes
she
and then
did
use
laugh
it
at
to
it.
your advantage by making fun of yourself when you go up there to do the
Well,
roasting?
here's the thing. She did laugh at
She
some.
made Hillary jokes. Like, who cares? Why are you doing
that was
that?
wrong. She made an error.
Well, she did laugh at a couple. I did see her smile.
Yeah, I don't
but
think-
after
yeah.
a while, if I'm on somebody else's roast, that roast was really the fucking Ann Coulter roast. Because everything about Rob Lowe was, okay, a sex tape,
Right.
being good looking, failed
Right.
sitcoms. But when you were talking to Ann Coulter, was you want to see an abortion up close, horse
But I mean, this is
face.
also
I mean, it
Anne's.
was-
In fairness
it was-
to everybody, Anne's career is dependent upon controversy. Like
Yes.
her entire, I don't know if it's a strategy or if it's just kind of what happened, but her level of visibility is all based on the fact that people are talking about her and they're usually angry, they're upset, they're not happy. She takes very divisive positions.
She's no dummy. She was a lawyer.
She knows
before.
what she's doing. And I love you said that. She's like, she's a lawyer.
No,
she knows
she was
her.
a
She
law-
no, a constitutional lawyer. Yeah. But she had to know going in what this was going to be, and I think she probably said, "Hey, I got a new book out."
Whoa.
Do you
Yeah.
think she
I
lost
think-
any fans going on there?
What I
No.
think is they watered down what she thought. She didn't think it was going to be that brutal towards
Here's
her.
what I think with somebody like her.
And listen. What?
I mean, here's the deal. I know there's this weird
Here's the
intersection.
deal.
Here's the deal. Get your-
One of our
but there's
guests,
this
that
weird
means you drink
intersection
twice.
of like entertainment and politics. I wonder if for somebody like her who does write serious books, whether you agree with them or not, she writes serious books. She puts a lot of sources in there. She does a lot of research.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say none of us has read any.
I don't read at all. Go ahead.
But the whole thing is, what the fuck are you doing on a road? Like, you're not a comedian.
Well, why?
That's the other
but
thing.
why is Peyton Manning on a roast?
It's a very good. It's the same question.
Why is fucking like Rigel, whoever the fuck he
Whatever.
is?
But I guess you know why? Because Martha Stewart murdered at the Snoop Dogg roast.
Yes.
and I think
murdered.
so. I think people did that whole idea of like, oh, let's have somebody who's not a comic because a persona,
Well, they
personality.
Jules not
Jewel,
a comic.
yeah.
Fucking Ann's not a comic. Peyton's not a comic. What do you call
Ralph
it?
Macchio.
Rob Macchio's not a comic. Rob Rigel.
Rob Riggle, I think, is
Riggle's-
a comedian.
He's a comedian?
yes.
Or?
Well, some kind of comic
Yeah.
actor.
He
Okay,
is
so
definitely.
4.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just one of those things where like people are going to enjoy it.
I mean,
and-
obviously, Rob Lowe
Right.
asked for who he wants on it. It's
Right,
his roast.
right.
So he probably asked for Ralph Macchio because he did the thing.
To
Obviously,
me, it's
he's gonna
very,
have-
to me, I don't enjoy it as much just speaking personally for me because I'm like, it's kind of formulaic. I kind of get it. It's kind of not. And
Well,
yeah, it's
you
like,
know that, like, whatever, 12 people are writing all those jokes for the most part.
I just disconnect from that because the whole thing is everybody's piling on Ann, and it's like a lot of these Hollywood liberals who are like, worth $50 million, but somehow, like, they just swing at easy, pre-approved targets. Like, Ann Coulter's a target that you can swing at.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't you go swing at, like, directors in Hollywood who've been accused of pedophilia? Go do that.
Right.
Go impress me. You know what I mean? Like, why don't you go swing at, Democrats or people in your own party
No,
or
not
people
Democrats.
or whatever it is. Like, but they don't. They swing at the most controversial person in the country. It's like, okay.
Right.
Great. It's like when a comic gets up and talks about that Trump is racist. Great.
First of all,
Brave.
it's my least favorite. I said before, I hate when, like, I tell the story, but I remember one time hearing a girl go like, "Hey, let's give it up for the troops." And I went running to the stage because I was like, what is she going to do?
Right.
The troops? Like,
Yeah.
And she really was just
There
getting
was
an
there was a
applause
comic-
break for the troops.
A comic the other
Bonnie used to
night.
say, Bonnie used to say, I support the war, not the troops.
Yeah, Bill Hicks. The comic the other night just asked a crowd who was voting for Trump. One guy said yes, and the comic just harangued him. Like, that was the set. The set was like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, what happened to, like, being funny?
Yeah.
You know?
Karen, he's talking to you.
I figured.
No, he said it was on stage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they pick and choose. And most people...
That's what I loved about like Carlin or Hicks or Pryor or guys like that. They weren't like on a fucking
Never heard of
team.
them.
They weren't on a team.
No, they did
They
what they-
fucking skewered everybody.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing is like these guys that are on a team, it's so weird to me that if you're a comedian, you're not supposed to fall in line exactly in the way that people were like Hillary Clinton having parties and all these big comedians are going and listening to her and like, it's like, what are you doing?
What do you mean going to her
Like,
parties?
yeah, the fundraisers, these big actors and everything like that. And it's
Yeah.
like a weird, it's like,
Oh,
what are
now
you
I know
doing?
why she's so tired.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to see through that shit.
First of
No
all,
matter who does it.
I think this is a great podcast, which we should do again, which is just two men talking and the ladies
that's a good
looking
point.
at each other.
No, Bonnie, you have. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know you've got a lot.
I'm enjoying it. I don't like not having
I
to talk.
apologize.
No, I can listen to this forever, and because
I'm
he's
sorry, it's the comic of the
like
fucking pepper spray. Maybe that's what's wrong with Hillary.
I can see why Rich.
Maybe Bill tried out the fucking pepper spray in her
Yeah,
house.
I can see why you pepper sprayed her. Rich.
I like the fact that Tim will fucking go after Hollywood because I still have a shot in this business, so I don't want to attack.
yeah. No, I know.
No,
He's
no,
already
I-
such an outsider.
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
gay
no, I
Republican.
get
It doesn't make sense.
I get there's just such hypocrisy in this business.
Right.
Like when I used to watch Bill Maher show, I used to lose my mind because they
Right.
would put on three brilliant fucking liberals and they would put on some
I mean,
conservative.
to his credit, he does have Ann on. He does have some smart
but
people.
he put on I've seen shows where he put on a conservative that
Yeah,
was
but liberals
probably-
hate him too.
Yeah. What's that?
Because he has some pretty strong, crazy.
Yeah, no,
views.
I do like him.
But he's morphed into that.
Yeah.
You know, 4 years ago, he was more to left, but now he's more going after
As a comedian, like the way that a lot of people are trying to shut down speech because they find certain things offensive, I think as a comedian to blindly be a left wing person is like you're almost
I'm
your head in the clouds.
100% pro
because-
censorship. I really, you guys, after
You
the
just don't
First
want to work
Amendment,
anymore.
that's what I say.
Yeah.
No, I think
Finally got to fucking use that
and I
joke.
brought that point up many times where the First Amendment, but the left is the ones that are killing comics. They're going after everybody.
But
that's
they
saying
don't want
anything.
because the left can't argue for many of their ideas because they don't make any sense.
Well-
so they have to shut down debate. Like they have to shut down debate. Like if the left comes out and you say, "Hey, it's probably not a good idea for a teenager to have a kid or 7," that's probably not going to work out well, and that contributes to poverty. The left goes, "Well, you're hateful. You hate women. You hate single mothers," and that shuts you up so that you can't have that debate.
Well, see, I think
'Cause they'll lose it.
Now, I'm going with the far left and the far right when I
Right.
I'm not talking about moderate people, but I'm
Far East.
and I think the far
That's a
left,
great sushi buffet I went to Far East.
the far left, they act and they think out of emotion instead of intellect.
And the Republicans
and the
think
right,
out of intellect.
And the right does the same thing. Listen, when people it's an easy way to tell somebody on Facebook they talk about the same thing every day.
God.
They're emoting. Every
Yes.
day it's the same thing. It doesn't, and they go, "Oh, they're not really thinking," because everything's through that lens. Everything's like, how can this interaction, how can I feel like this involves homophobia, racism, sexism?
I think you're so
Bullying.
right on that.
Yeah, you better.
I mean,
As a lady, I agree with everything you say.
I don't know. I think
Because comedy to me is like a weird thing. Because obviously you want to be in movies, you want to be in TV, you want to do the right, you want to be in, but you also I feel like have to like say what you feel.
No, I think as a real true comic, to me, this is my opinion, is you want to do comedy, you want to do it in great venues, you want to do it where they're coming, like a Brian Regan.
Right.
Brian Regan is not in TV shows, not in movies.
Right.
He's fucking selling out theaters, doing comedy, putting out albums or CDs or whatever, and he keeps writing and performing, you know.
Right.
And that's, to me, what, and then everything else is a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I didn't get in a comedy to do Shakespeare. I can't do it.
Right. Is that never going to happen?
I mean, I'll do it. I've done it before. I'll do it if you want me to do something.
I was an actor as a little kid, and I
want me to do some?
I would like to hear it
from The Tempest,
Yeah.
and
Please.
I've done it on radio. Do you want me to do it again? From
Please.
The
Yeah, you should probably take your shirt off.
Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, barley, oats and fetches.
It's not bad.
Fetches?
It's not bad.
That was pretty good.
I got to be honest with you.
it.
Huh?
You better shut up about this politics because you could do something with that.
I could?
You could really do something with
my
that.
God.
I feel bad. I feel like I'm ruining his career. I'll shut up now.
No.
Hillary, I'm with her. Get him somewhere. I like that.
Thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, barley, oats. You know what someone told me? They go, someone said to me,
Just a bag of a cereal box.
Is that in the Tempest? Yeah, what is it? It's the ingredients of a protein bar.
Someone said to me,
Wait!
they go, this is somebody in business.
Things
They
that
go,
will lower your cholesterol.
That's
someone
not
in business said I could do voiceovers. I go, I got a fucking speech impediment. They go, no, you'd be great at voiceover.
You're a hero.
Yeah, no.
I did one voiceover. This is true. I played an ashtray. I was the voice of an ashtray.
Oh, that makes sense. You
for
didn't
an
get it?
anti-smoking
Oh,
thing.
you did get it.
I got it.
Oh,
That
what
was
did you say?
I just roasted smoke. Like when smokers came down to
Hey, that's my butt.
have a cigarette, if they were bald, I'd be like, hey, what if you quit? And your hair came back. And they would just, because they took a microphone and put it in an ashtray.
Because they couldn't fit him in there.
They couldn't fit me in there. They tried to build an ashtray the size of
Plan B.
a small building.
Do you know Karen does not like overweight people?
No, here's the thing. Because
And I like you.
Whitney Way Thor is my wife.
Sister.
She's my sister wife. And I love Karen. I think it's true. Listen, I don't go around claiming that being fat's the way to be, but I like...
No, Tim hates her. After that show
don't like
came on,
her.
I walked in. Tim has like a half a pizza hanging out of his mouth, and he's like,
Yeah.
she's disgusting. I
Yeah.
can't believe
Well,
that.
here's what I
Here's
didn't
the
like.
thing.
She said something that's ridiculous. She's like, somebody said something. She's like, when you're shaming, that's why you're in a dark apartment with pizza. And I said, that sounds amazing. Like, what in
It does, but
God's
to
name?
everyone.
Yeah.
Obesity costs everyone so much money.
Yeah.
It's increased energy resources,
Right.
depression medicine, costs $3 trillion extra dollars.
This is what she's like when she's married.
Yeah.
After the wedding.
How much does it cost?
That's what she says
$3
on a wedding
trillion
night.
excess dollars in healthcare, energy.
No, Karen was right. This lady's a
$3
fraud.
trillion?
And she's saying
Trillion.
how healthy she is, right, Karen?
Yeah, and
I've never said that about myself.
No, you
I've
don't
never
think you're healthy.
No, I don't walk around
your
going...
whole Instagram is food.
Yeah, my
no
whole
one knows
Instagram
what you look like.
Shockingly, I have like my blood is fine. Like the doctor's always like, what? I'm like, I am safe.
What are they
That has nothing
testing
to
it
do with
against?
food.
The
You're
hippo?
wearing condoms.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Oh, my thyroid test came back. I don't have cancer. Go ahead.
Okay, congratulations.
Oh, what's not bothering Rich? His thyroid.
So Karen, do you still get people mad at you for that?
You're absolutely right about the emotional response that people have. Like, and
Yeah.
it's the people with this note. It's so funny. They're like, they'll send me these messages like, "Hey, you're a fucking anorexic cunt." Hashtag no body shame. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, no, I agree with part of it.
What?
I don't think you're anorexic.
Babe, you think I'm a cunt?
No, not at all.
But
Well, when
that's
I wrote that, what I was trying to do. No, that is exactly right. But that's the same with all, like, you know.
But my thing is with the bullying. Like, aren't you? If you're out of high school, can you still be bullied?
You can't be bullied.
Oh, my God,
here's
you
why
guys
you
are
can't be
meant for each
bullied.
other.
You could turn it off.
Yeah.
You cannot listen.
Right,
And you
or just
can't-
stop acting that way.
And here's
maybe
another
people
way.
won't make
I hate
fun
when
of
people
you.
go abandonment. You know what? You can't be abandoned as an adult. As a child,
It's a
you can
different
be.
topic.
Not
Yeah.
as an adult. Get in your car and leave.
Yeah.
Go. Walk
Right.
away.
Right.
I don't understand. So the premise of the show was that she's fat.
Cupcake wars. She's having eternal cupcake wars with herself.
Yeah.
The show plays circus music while she eats. Like, they're worse than me.
Now listen, I have played circus music while I eat because I like circus
I would
music.
watch that.
I
I would watch
like circus music because it's fun and it's life.
Helps me digest.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the fat thing, though. I will just say, I think people get very upset about it because it's hard to lose weight.
I gotta be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. It is hard, but it's not as hard as like people make it sound. Like, yeah, it's hard if you, because there are people that are like, yeah, I want to lose weight, but I can't not eat a bowl of cheese.
That's exactly right. That's the hard part, is not eating the shit that you want to eat. It's like being an alcoholic.
See if they're dropping
it's an addiction.
Yeah.
I was working with a comic from Long Island, heavy guy that's losing weight.
Big guy.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Exactly.
What's his name?
Makes me look like Karen.
No. Was
it Anthony or Mike? They're both big.
Mike
Keegan?
Yes.
Big guy. Nice guy.
So, no, great. So after he did a set, I was on stage talking to him from the audience. And he said, I just lost 40 pounds. And the audience applauded. I go, you weren't there clapping when he gained that 40 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
Relax, okay?
Right.
He was fucking, filling whatever emptiness.
I don't know how that
void.
argument works. Sometimes I don't understand the argument.
No, because
should they?
Because it's an emotional roller coaster. It need not be.
Yeah.
Don't congratulate the guy. You weren't there building him up. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't.
Listen.
You know what? I need you. I just realized, because I think you do put a lot. You understand Rich, I don't, and then you explain it to me.
I'm a translator.
We need the triad. What could we call that? Like the.
That's the first time
you're like just man enough and just gay enough to so we can both understand you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just speak into Tim's ear.
See, that's why I'm like perfect between Karen and Whitney Thor, because I'm just fat enough and just as much of a bully. So I'm like, I live in those two worlds where I'm like, yeah. It works.
Were you fat your whole life? I don't.
No, I was a hot kid when I was 7 years old. I was an actor. I was on Sesame Street.
Is that why you became gay?
I was on Sesame Street. No one fucked me as a kid. It shot my parents. My parents were smart. They would have pimped me out, and I would be in fucking Hollywood voting for Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I ddanced with Snuffleupagus. I danced a polka.
You only did one episode?
Yeah, people didn't know who was who.
You were really good.
I did three episodes of Sesame Street, which is an iconic program.
How do you get that?
How do you get it? I jerked off the director, but there's all kinds of ways.
You were Big Bird? What?
See,
so you did Sesame Street.
Yeah. Comedy Central sketch, Just Say No, Jay, about the O.J. Simpson trial. Pretty good.
So when did you gain weight? You're sober, right?
Yes. I was like, in high school, I wasn't bad. Like, I think I got fat. I did drink a lot after high school, and I was like in the Long Island mortgage world, and it was like a very steakhousey martini.
I heard about that.
Like, it was very much like a fat, nasty world of
I heard about the
fat, mean people. And I still miss it, and I think it's great. They were so much funnier than comics, and it was just fat, really mean people.
Rich, though.
Rich, like fat people who would call each other fat.
Yeah, I like it.
Anti-chicken.
We would eat like Chateaubriand and drink martinis and just be like, all right, we're getting this deal done. It's $850,000. The guy's janitor. He's been on the job a year. It'll work out. And it was, and I think I got fat, but I fluctuate. I go up and down like 30 pounds, which doesn't mean much.
Do you want to lose weight?
I do. It's hard. I love food. Like, I do want to lose weight. But I'm not blaming.
How long have you quit drinking for?
5 years, 5.5 years. It's enough. I can't blame drinking.
So no. But you could do it if you did it with. I know food is a motherfucker because you got to deal with.
Here's the deal. I want to take off 50 pounds. I would take off 50 pounds.
What about your right side?
Just setting up. I'm throwing the volleyball up. But no, I would still be fat. I would be better. Like, I'd be funner fat.
You could get a breast reduction though, and
I could get a breast reduction, and then I'm going to give my breast to Karen.
I did it. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, just tell her.
I walk a lot. I'm starting to go on more walks now.
But don't you think food is part of your identity though? Don't you think that would be hard to
You can eat
not
less.
Really. I think it's part of my identity, but it never won't be. Like, even if I take 40, 50 pounds off, I'm never going to have a six-pack. Like, I'm never going to be the guy that's like, I'm not eating pancakes.
You could, though.
Who wants to be that guy?
You
really want to be that guy?
You're so right.
Listen, how old are you?
Don't change, Tim.
No, but I'm not saying change, but like, the reality is like the idea of like, what are you going to do? Like 300 sit-ups a day?
If you think that now, but once you're on the way, like once you start seeing results, then you'll get obsessed with that. You'll change your obsession to the abs.
I do 700.
I mean, maybe. 700? I don't know.
Here's the...
How many are you underneath for?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
We got 2 minutes. Let's do some plugs. Okay, what's the name of the podcast again?
Beige Phillip.
On Riotcast
Network? On Riotcast
Beige
Network.
Phillip on Riotcast. But can I just quickly ask you something? But when I said it's hard to lose weight, you go, no, it's not. Like you had a secret.
I do, yeah. It's eat a little less and move a little more.
Oh, brother.
I know. It's
that one.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you. I'm glad we got her.
Yeah.
Eat less and move more.
You hear that, folks? This is
America
an
is
exclusive.
such a selfish.
You've learned so much tonight about gambling and weight loss. It's really been a wonderful.
You put $3 in the machine, and then you go to your car and you move it into another parking spot.
I met this guy that we worked for the Peace Corps, and he was like, "We don't move a lot because we can't eat a lot when we're there." He's like, "That's just what other countries do. They move less because they don't have food." And I was like, "God, we're selfish."
That made no sense. But
that's okay. But we got to do plugs. Go ahead.
Okay.
She's saying conserve your energy if you don't have a pizza at the ready.
Okay, great.
What do you got coming up?
Camden, New Jersey, side stage of Oddball, September 11th, which is soon. And then check out Tim Dillon is Going to Hell, the podcast on Gas Digital. Tim J. Dillon on Twitter. Thank you.
When what do you got there,
My
Mouse?
film that I wrote, it's called Shit-Faced. It's screening at the Action on Film Festival in California tonight and tomorrow night.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. What drive time?
That's awesome.
Bonnie, when's your show?
It's on our anniversary, September 17th.
I know.
At 6 p.m.
We'll show. 20 seconds. Okay. Thank you.
At the Cornelia Street Cafe. Thank you for asking.
I'll be at Wisecracker September 16th and 17th, Allentown. Mohegan Sun, 22, 23, 24. Go to richvoss.com. Thank you, everybody. It was a great show. Thank you, all of you.